How's it going, guys? Short from Drunk Guy Explains, and this is actually just for one of the fans who asked me a legitimate question, I think on the DGE Craps Facebook page, is that, when my system has a lot of keeping track of stuff, how do you keep track of points like the fire bet if there is no fire bet inside the chip rack? So usually, generally speaking, at the casino, chip racks usually have between, let's just say 2 racks. So here's my 2 racks. Picture them as chip racks. Work with me here, guys. So the chips are stick in them just like this. And how I would actually do this is literally on one side, let's say on the bottom rack I have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That right there, and I'd have them facing forward toward the table, which will move this to the side right now. And what I would do is, if there is no fire bet, because now they're going to the ATS, they're all tall smalls. And what I would do is, every time, let's say you make a 4, so the 4 got rolled and the 4 got made, I would flip it to the other side of the chip rack. And then after that, I'd literally do the same thing for the 5, for the 6, 8, 9, and 10. And let's say if they make 1 point twice, I just put an extra chip laid down like that. So that's how I cover, generally speaking, the fire bet little system in my chip rack. Now, on the other half of my chip rack, let's say on the ends, because usually there's an end, I literally have, so that's right here, I have another $5 each, literally right here on the end of the chip racks. And I literally just flip them just like that for the 10, and I flip the same thing down here for the 4. And then another thing they're asking me is, when I have to keep constantly taking down the numbers all right here, if the dealer makes me take them down, how do I get them and redistribute and just like that? So basically, let's just do this. $10 on the 4, 15 on the 5. Let's just do a $24 6, $12 8. Let's do a $25 9 and a $15 10. Okay. Now let's say I was doing that, it was working, but now they're telling me to come down. Okay. They say you need to come down and stuff like that. They said inside of a chip rack, how do I establish that? And I was like, well, the first thing I would do is take all the money back and literally in my chip rack, I'm looking at it, I'm like, all right, let's redistribute this. Let's try to do a 24, 1, 2, 3, 4, and another 24. And I'd ask probably for some whites, or I'd have some extra whites. So I'd probably just take this, grab some whites out of my chip rack, and just be like, okay, so I know I want the heaviest on the 6 and 8, and literally in the chip rack, just have it just like that, or just like that. Okay, there's my inside. 24, 6 and 8, and then I'll do 1, 2, 3, $15 right here, 1, 2, 3, $15 right here, and I still have a 15 and a 10. So I'll move both these to 10 and put one on 20, and then put this in the rest of the chip rack. And then when I ask them, I already know these amounts. So I'm just like, okay. And literally inside the chip rack, new point, the point comes off. I'm like, okay, I want a $10 4 and 10, literally throw in the come, or on the field, depending where you are. I want a $10 4 and 10, I want a $20 5, $15 9, and a $24 6 and 8. And I literally, you can piss them off and do that. You can keep it stacked up like this, so they can literally just slide it right over. And that's it. And let's say you make money on a 6, and let's say if you're using my system, let's say you keep hitting that 10 over and over and over again, and we just move the 10, and you get money right here on the 5, okay? And let's say once again they make you come back down. You say, okay, I'm gonna come back down, and this is the time, and I'm gonna do it like this, because sometimes they'll just give it to you just like this. And I say, okay, I got almost $100 here. So I know what I had. I want to do a $30 6 and 8. So I'm going to do 10, 20, 25, 10, 20, 25. And literally this is all in the chip rack. So you can just literally see here like 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. And literally you put this on the bottom of your rack and grab some of your green chips and say, okay, I know I want this to be my 6 and 8. And literally just set it up like that. I mean, and then you say, okay, I know I want a $15 9 and a $15 5, $10 6 and 8. I still have this, so I'd press this to a 20, this to a 15, and kick back the rest. And then you literally say, okay, I want a $15 4 and 10. I want a $20 5 and 9, and then a $30 6 and 8. So that's what I'm talking about. You just do this all in your chip rack. And like I said, keep track of it. You got enough of the bankroll, because if you're using a DGE system, you should have about $5,000 to be playing with this, or $500 depending on how big the table is. So that's the best way I can describe it. Let me know, because I know, you know, a couple people have talked about this, and if I didn't explain it correctly, I'll do it again. When I have all the chip racks coming in the mail and the new dice, I can explain it a little bit better, guys. But until then, check you next time.